Hi there, welcome to my channel, Read Teach Beach. I am a first grade teacher on the coast of Washington State. My name's Tiffany Morganweck. It's one of my New Year's goals. You can kind of see behind me that it's January 8th today. Just was one of my goals to start vlogging and sharing information and hopefully getting comments and ideas from all of you great people out there. So this is my 16th year teaching. I've taught kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and sixth grade. I've also been a K-6 librarian, a K-6 intervention specialist, and a 2 through 6 highly capable teacher. Sorry, it's late. It's like almost 5:30 on Wednesday, right after break, but I just gotta do this. I've already filmed a couple times and just been so nervous. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna do it. Okay, everyone, this is a scan of my room standing at the door. So I'll start right here. This is our whole group area rug. I've got a starboard, not a smartboard, but a starboard. And kind of my work area is over here with my teaching station and all of my teacher materials, and then my kidney bean table. We've got learning targets over on the door here. I know, right there with the writing, it kind of got covered up, but I just had to add that table in for my printer. My kids' schedule and voice levels are right here. So if they're being too noisy, they lose one of these noise points. And those are just Velcroed up there. And then my voice levels, silent, whisper, and talking. If I'm, saying, okay, we're doing group work, you can talk right now, we're at level 2, then I turn the light on. But I don't want the lights on all the time, so we read at the beginning of the year about the 6-inch voice, and so if no lights are on, that means they need to have a 6-inch voice. I usually sit and read at that bench, and then some more seating for the kids, and I have a desk there if anyone wants to choose a desk. Our mailboxes are there. This is our take a break area. If anyone is feeling like they are sleepy or upset, they can take a break here. We use the zones of regulation at my school, so I have these cards up, and they have the zones and then also of what can I do when I'm in that zone. And these were free off TPT, and I'll link them below the video. So there's a little beanbag chair there, and then there's a basket of stuff they can use. Noise canceling headphones, squishy balls, there's a fidget toy in there, stuffed animal they can hold, and then a 2-minute sand timer. And they usually just set it on top of that little cord there, and they know they're supposed to only take 2 minutes. If they're really having a hard time, I tell them they can flip it over and have 4 minutes. So that's kind of how that works. And then I have a chair there kind of if I need to sit and talk with them. Our class pets are there. I got a Pets in the Classroom grant last year and have glowfish. Their black light isn't working right now, so they're not glowing, but they are in there. I'll link the Pets in the Classroom grant below so that if you're interested in that, it's a really awesome grant to get pets in your classroom. Below that shelf, I've got chapter books that the kids can choose later in the year stored there. And then some of their book boxes are here, and then some of the book boxes are here. Sorry, they look kind of messy. And then down below are books that they can take home each week to read at home. And then my emergency backpack is right there. Trying to see what else. I've got some books just laid up here. First grade goals, hand signals for a bathroom. We have one-to-one computers in our district, so right there you see, well, they're actually Chromebooks, not computers. I have 1 through 10 there, and then some headphones, and then at the back of the room I have 11 through 20, so that we don't have a traffic jam when we're getting those each day. Over here is our focus wall. We use Journeys as our curriculum, and then I have, so that's big focus wall comes with Journeys, and then the things around it match whatever skill or things we're working on for spelling and writing and grammar and vocabulary. And I got those on TPT. I bought them on TPT from a great teacher on there, and I'll link those below too. I only put about 6 of the hardback Journeys books out at a time, because we use those books during Read to Someone during Daily 5. And then my favorite part of my library is over here, and this is where we meet for morning meeting, and then they also sit there during centers and do Read to Someone together. So my library is organized by author and fiction and nonfiction, as well as series and AR level. So that's kind of what that looks like, and I got those labels from a TPT seller as well. So we use AR in this district, so I have AR books leveled up to 2.9. So they have to choose 1 AR book a week to put in their book bag, and then they can choose 3 other choice books, and then they get 2 books from the library. Our morning message, I love morning meeting. I went to the 4-day responsive classroom training for that about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, and it's just something that is really the heart and soul of my classroom. So our message tomorrow is kind of silly, but hello friends, chocolate chip cookies for lunch. Would you like that, or a sandwich? Love Mrs. M. And then they vote on would they rather have cookies or a sandwich. And so I try to do a lot of graphing and voting activities at the bottom of the message. But our digraph this week is CH, so I put a lot of CH words in there so we can practice writing and reading those. There's some yoga mats and cushions and other rugs that they can choose from when we're doing centers. And then that IKEA Trofast unit is for math workplaces. We use Bridges as our math curriculum, and instead of calling them centers, they call them workplaces. So, and then the top 6 are for math workplaces, and then the bottom 3 are Read to Someone sheets, and personal practice pages, which are for Daily 5. So I follow the 2 sisters Daily 5 routine. So I have a couple posters up here. You might have saw when we were looking at the library. So read to self, read to someone, listen to reading, word work, and work on writing. And then there's a lot of teaching that goes into that, but I keep these up. I should take them down about now because it's January. But just kind of what our goal is during each of those things, and then what students do and what the teacher does. And then I also have just the outline of how morning meetings go, and then our sharing schedule. And then a bulletin board with student work. And then the books up here are books that I read aloud to the kids, and they can choose during our catch up and pickle time to look at if they want to. Okay, so then in this corner is Number Corner, and that's part of the Bridges curriculum, is something called Number Corner, which is really just calendar, and there's different routines that we do here. And so I have a lot of different spaces in the room, I know, but I like to move around a lot for the kids. So these containers here house all of the math materials that we use during workplaces. And then the bottom are the clear totes are just extra like crayons, colored pencils, scissors, glue, things like that. And then I've got a couple stools with extra materials, crate stools that I made. I think I made them 7 or 8 years ago, and they've held up. And they're just, the Sterilite brand, I think. And then the Legos container doubles as a little table too, like a end table for them. They like that. There's some more crate seats there. I used to have them around my kidney bean table, but because I do flexible seating now, I have regular chairs at my kidney bean table, so that it's kind of a spot that if I need to move kids during the day for flexible seating, they've got a regular chair to just kind of center themselves. So that's why I moved those. There's the rest of my Chromebooks, 11 through 20, more headphones back here. This is the cart that houses the Chromebooks and charges them, but we only use them about 20 minutes a day at most. So mine stay charged all week, so I just leave them out and charge them over the weekend. And then you'll see there's a bunch of lanyards there and little necklaces. We have a lady that comes to our school once a week and gives them beads for AR points, and then they each get a lanyard that they wear. And then along the side there are their cards with their QR codes if they have lost their folder. And then I know it's kind of a mess. I've got all the garbage cans there and our cleaning supplies. I need to get some nice hooks for those, but it'll happen sometime. And then all of our snacks are up there and cupboards. And I have Norwex wipes. I don't know if you know what Norwex is. That's mine, the bigger one. And then we have enough that every kid can clean up at the end of the day. And you just use the cloth. I guess I shouldn't have called them wipes. They're cloths. You just use water, and it's a really great non-chemical product that the kids can use. Here's our Ocean of Words word wall, and then some writing folders, kind of a mess there. And then up there are my storage containers I have a lot of pencils. I don't know. I must be hoarding them, but that whole bucket is full of Ticonderoga pencils. And then I have the other ones, extra supplies, some free choice that I switch out throughout the year so they get some new things. Lots of tissue, holiday bucket. We're in a pretty small community that still celebrates holidays, so Christmas, Halloween, we do it all. And then book buddies, like Chrysanthemum and the Pigeon and Elephant and Piggy. I bring different ones out throughout the year, and those are there. This is our Swim into Learning chart, and each student has a what are those called clothespin with their number. And then throughout our lessons, I'll remind them of our learning target and ask them to move their clip. At some point during their read to someone time, they do that, so that I can check after lessons kind of to see how my kids are feeling about that learning target. Below there is just coloring pages for ketchup and pickle time. They can choose one coloring page a day. This is just a little organizer with the crayons, colored pencils, and markers by color, so that when they need a color, it's just like, go get it. This is my movable writing station that's got word work materials as well, dictionaries, wiki sticks, letter tiles, dice for roll a spelling word activities, or spelling words I always put up there. And then usually I have little cards in there with our spelling words, so when they do word work during Daily 5, they can take those with them to practice. So then next I'll share about my flexible seating. So I have usually 4 kids sit at each table. Not usually, but always. this table has 4 wobble stools, and so wobble stools the kids can sit on, and they can wobble and move to keep their core active and keep them engaged. You'll notice the floor there a little bit. What I found out with wobble stools is if a crayon gets stuck under them, it gets mashed into the tile, and it's really hard to get out. My janitor did a really good job getting it out though. So, but what I learned after having them last year, because this is my second year doing full flexible seating, is they just put a carpet square under it, and then that's going to protect the tile, because they wax our floors, the wobble stools will kind of eat away at the wax. So those carpets protect that. This table has the exercise yoga balls, but they also have the frame to help them balance a little better and sit, and they have wheels on them and can be moved around. And I got all of my flexible seating through grants and a few things I bought on my own. But this table, I took the legs out just to make it lower, and then they sit on cushions on the ground. And then this round table has the shorter stools, and then my kidney bean table just has regular desk chairs, and there's some extra seating around the room too if they want them. And then I have I think 10 lap desks that they can use if they want to sit on the floor. I don't do that for the whole year. Usually in the spring, a floor spot they can choose, because they have a hard time managing on the floor. At least for me, they do. I know other teachers have been successful with it. I just have not been. I just need to, that's something I need to work on. But what they use them for right now is during listen to reading. They use those to put their Chromebook on, and then they can sit on this rug with their Chromebook and the lap desk. And we'd use Raz Kids and Epic for listen to reading. Oh yeah, also what I was going to say about these lap desks, they can be pretty spendy. I got mine a sale from Walmart, and they were like $2.98 each. But during the first day of using them, one of the kids kind of leaned on it to stand up, and it cracked. So now what I have them do is they have to double up. So they use 2 at a time to make it stronger. So then really only 5 kids can use lap desks at a time, which is fine, because my daily 5 stations only have 4 or 5 kids at them at a time. So then there's plenty for listen to reading. I'm trying to think, and maybe you can see me in the window there. Oh yeah, I was also going to tell you about my tables. You might have noticed they're white top. I painted them last year with whiteboard paint, minus this table. I didn't have this table last year. Yeah, so I needed to prime them, and I'll put the link below to the paint that I used, and then I painted them with the paint, and I painted them again this summer, so they've been done twice. So then it makes it so the kids can use the tables like a whiteboard, which is really nice, and I feel like it brightens up the room too. I don't know, I kind of like having the one brown table because it kind of matches this rug and my little couch and chairs. So I haven't painted that one yet. So I'm trying to think. I think that's it for now. So yeah, that's my classroom. Oh, and I wanted to mention about my desk, which I love, is a craft desk. And so I can store all of my curriculum in the side, and then I'm higher because it's like counter height, and I have my stool back there. I guess I can take you back there. Here's all my guided reading stuff is here, my copies, other storage and stuff, and then yeah, my cute little stool and more hidden stuff, and yeah, all of that. So there you go.